All right, it's time for a little Capricornication here. It's Capricorn for December 2023. No pre-shuffles here. Surface energy is too windy right now. We're just going straight into the cut cards. General reading may or may not resonate with you, but if you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Hopefully you read my write-up on December at sltblog.com. It'll help you understand the energy of the month even more than this reading will. And you watch the overview reading, the all signs I do for the month. Probably the most important reading, to be honest. Let's see where we go here. So why the fuck are we here, Capricorn? Huh? Why? Well, the Ace of Wands. There's some kind of new beginning with somebody trying to happen. Notice I say trying to happen. It's trying to. All right? If it were to, it would be quite transformative. I'm drawn to the butterfly there. So that's why we're here. There's a new beginning with somebody. It could be a new soulmate. It could be just a straight up new beginning, but it's trying to happen. That might be what we need to dig for. I don't know. The Knight of Swords. If a conversation can be had here, it can be quite transformative. It's what I said about that butterfly. Butterflies represent transformation. Knight of Swords represents a communication that changes things. It's a game changer. Okay. All right. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. Let's pull ourselves a reading. That conversation is trying to happen. Now, you may have already had the conversation with somebody, but it wasn't very productive. That can be here too. This reading could definitely be for you if that's you. You know, because the Knight of Swords it's real talk, right? Talking real. You know. So let's see. Let's see where we go here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Capricorn for December 2023, universe. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Overall, wow. The overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is temperance. What's that fueled by? Judge. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Again, if this conversation is trying to happen, all the forces of the universe, God's source, the universe itself, all the energy, it's trying to... the conversation itself is almost karmically supposed to happen. If it does, it brings a lot of healing through the truth revealed. Again, what I said about that Knight of Swords. Okay. Readings on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection with whoever this is. Right here's the 3D energies around this person. Right here's the soul, their soul. Right here's the hidden energy. Message from the universe, red with the energy of your connection. The soul is also red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end. Let's go. What's the energy around your connection with whoever this is? 3 of Pentacles. Again, a new start is trying to happen. It's like the universe, like a skipping record this morning. It's trying to happen, trying to happen, trying to happen, trying to happen. I mean, okay. It's the energy is there for it. It's minor arcana. That means it's up to somebody's free will. My nose is running like a DM. It's cold as hell here this morning. All right. We got some rain coming. That's why tomorrow, I think. Right here, 3D energy around this person. 5 of Pentacles. Wow. It's frigid. It's very cold energy. Somebody is shut down here a little bit. Somebody's leaving themselves out. Nope, I don't want to have this talk. I don't want to do it. They're resistant to it. Okay? Okay. Their soul is here. Now, it bookends the 3 of Pentacles. It's red with it. It's a death card. Yeah, somebody got to have a major transformation is trying to happen. Yeah, okay, fine. Your connection is trying to get a boot here, but a conversation has to be had. In the soul with the death card there, that's somebody having a crisis of faith on some level here. Okay? There's a part of them that needs to, this little, because this energy flows from here to here, it's time, and they know it's time for them to put an end to this, leaving themselves out in the cold. No, I don't want to have this conversation. The universe says the conversation would end beautifully. You know, it's sort of an eye on the prize type energy in a way. It's sort of like if you were to quit a bad habit or something like drinking, smoking, whatever. You're always advised to keep it, because of withdrawal symptoms and things like that, you're always advised to keep your eye on the prize. What happens after you accomplish it, how you're going to feel, the pride, the victory, you know, all that kind of thing. Somebody here, the universe is like, hey, this actually goes quite well. This would be beneficial. Somebody very stubborn to it. Okay. All right. Again, it's the universe saying they've got to put an end to that. that behavior. Hidden energy message from the universe. Let's see what it has to say about this Three of Pentacles here. High Priestess. They've had this conversation with themselves inside many times. And what I think is happening, and why they're leaving themselves out of it, is, and it may sound stupid, and I'm not saying your person's stupid, but it sometimes when we have a conversation with ourselves, we play it out. We play out a scenario, a job interview, a conversation we're going to have with somebody. We usually sometimes sugarcoat it, and it goes really well. I think for them, the conversation goes bad. It turns really negative when they play it through their, head, if you will, when they keep it on the inside. So that's part of the reason for this. But there's no evidence that that's going to, in fact, the evidence energetically is that it would be quite transformative, right? Healing through truth, that Knight of Swords, the messages that change everything. A new beginning is trying to happen. A conversation, a partnership can be had here. What's the potential final outcome? Red with 5 Pentacles. Strength. It all boils down to heart chakra. This is communication in this context. Something about this month may give this person some fortitude to get up out the cold or come in out of the cold. We'll see. Let's clarify. This is an interesting one. I like these when they're interesting. When I say interesting, you should perk up. Because sometimes readings are pretty cut and dry. I already know the energy that's here. I don't need the cards. They're just pretty pictures for you. But this one's interesting. And I think, I don't mean to laugh, but it's kind of funny because I could feel this energy of them playing out the conversation, right, with themselves, and it goes bad. I mean, what kind of fuckwit plays out a conversation? Imagine you're playing out a job interview and it goes bad. Yeah, you should play out different scenarios. Good ones where it ends well and bad ones. They're just keeping the bad ones. And it's weird, man. It's really weird. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Let's clarify. Let's do this with the Light Seer. It's been working well for the monthly readings. What's going on with the Three of Pentacles here? Why is this here? Why? Yeah, the Nine of Swords. It's an anxiety energy. It's what I said, because this is red with these. It's what I said. It ends badly. It's all nonsense, right? Someone's really anxious because they want this. Always a partnership is wanted when the Three of Pentacles comes out, especially in upright position, of course. What's going on top? Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's just, they keep playing out the scenario and it goes badly. It's just, this is a real pressure cooker for this person. In fact, in December, it's all they can focus on. So this might represent a snapping point. Sometimes we get mad enough, we get brave enough, right? Sometimes that happens. You get mad enough, you get brave enough. Okay? It's a bit like the mother that suddenly develops Hulk-like strength and can lift the car to save the baby, kind of a thing, right? It's a bit of that. There's some kind of, all this pressure is building. Why is the 10 Wands here? Yeah, the Ace of Cups, some pressure cooker. The love, the feelings are building as a pressure cooker here, okay? So there's a lot of frustration here as they leave themselves out in the cold. And that's explained clearly by the Death card in their soul here. This is 3D energy. The soul energy flows from 5D to 3D energy. So, again, it's trying to get through and put an end to this, but somebody keeps holding it back and is building like a pressure cooker. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Why do they keep doing this? Why are they leaving themselves out in the cold? Who wants to sit out there? Right? And you might say, well, I love the cold, Steve. Yeah, but you probably go outside with a jacket or a snowsuit or something on. You're not out there. I get the image of somebody sitting out here in this cold in Bermuda shorts and flip-flops. You know, it's not where you're supposed to. It's not comfortable for this person, whoever this is. This conversation is divinely guided for sure. I mean, we got Judgment, Karma in this deck with Temperance, the angel. I mean, okay, all right, fine, let's go. They get frustrated at their own conversation that they have internally. It's really, because it keeps going bad on them. It's very strange. All right, Five of Pentacles, why is it here? Okay, as if I want to know. It's crossed by the Ace of Swords. They know what they're doing. They know this is Archangel Michael, frequency of energy. It's the sword of truth. We can phrase it that way. I mean, they know what they're doing here. They're well aware that they're leaving themselves out in the cold, and they're dressed poorly for the weather. What's on top? The Tower. Yeah, there's a snapping point. This is red with these. So there's a snapping point here. And this card will be red with whatever I throw on top of strength. So there's a snapping point here. It's like I said, you get mad enough, frustrated enough, you get pretty brave. You'll say some shit, do some shit. Why is the Tower here? Death. Look at that. And that leads us to the soul. There's forces much more powerful than them trying to get them to come out of the cold, trying to make this conversation happen. I mean, I could put some hocus pocus on it if you want and just say that the gods are with you. You know, the energy is with you. It's been decided on Mount Olympus that this conversation will happen, and this son of a bitch thinks they're going to sit out in the cold and keep playing it bad. That's just going to increase the tension and the frustration. It's like a volcano about to go off, and I think that's why we have strength here. I think that's where the strength to do it comes from. I don't necessarily see the heart chakra open here, but I do feel that you get mad enough, you get frustrated enough, you get brave enough. What's going on with the death card here? When this conversation happens, when they do come out of the cold, it brings huge transformation. It changes everything. Everything. Okay? And that allows for rebuilding on a solid structure, which is exactly what the opportunity energy is within your connection with the Three of Pentacles. Why is the death card here in the soul? Why? 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 Why is the death card here in the soul? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. So, you know, it's funny. Someone said to me this morning, a friend of mine that watches these readings said, "You never call that one Sarah Gilbert anymore." He said, "How come?" I said, "Because there's so many people watching. I don't know who's watching. I don't want to piss off Sarah Gilbert." I started thinking I might run into her sometime. I don't want to do that. So I just stopped, you know, but it's Sarah Gilbert. Come on, let's be honest. Darlene from Roseanne. But it's two swords crossing it here. Yeah, they're trying to block this. They're trying to, it's almost like this person sends, when they have the conversation in their head, they send it in the direction of negative, so that gives them an excuse not to do it. An excuse to leave themselves out in the cold. I got a news flash for this son of a bitch. This is major arcana. You can't fight that. Okay, the force higher than, I mean, look at these cards. Two major arcanas on top of their little, I'm going to leave myself out in the cold. There's no match here. There's no match. The overall energy is two major arcanas, two very powerful ones. Come on. What's on top? Seven Pentacles. Yeah, it's what I just said. You know, force higher than them is trying to make this happen. It's divine energy. It's divine timing. The energy's right for it to happen. I see that. It's just the only thing stopping this conversation is this Five of Pentacles energy. And I've explained all about it already. Seven Pentacles. Why is it here? Knight of Wands. It's going to take a brave, impulsive action. It's going to take this. So something happens here that causes this. I think this conversation happens. Now, I can't predict what a 3D person's going to do, but I will say the energy of December is going to at least bring this into fruition. This is the final outcome of the energy of December. So this will result in communication. All right. Yeah, there's a lot there. There's a lot of emotional immaturity in this person. They're going to have to talk about some things with you. All right, and if this is a new soulmate, not your original runner, it's somebody who's just nervous to approach you and making excuses not to. Oh, they're just going to say no. They're just going to do this. They're just going to do that. And it's a very powerful soul connection. It's going to be hard for them to keep that excuse machine filled with quarters. What's going on here with the High Priestess? Tell me about this. I know I'm going to get a good laugh here because we're going in on their playing out the conversation deep inside, holding their cards close to the vest. Yeah, okay. Tell me about the High Priestess. All right. Oh, whoa. Flew on the two cards on top flew on the floor. I will tell you in advance, they are both reversed. Okay? I'm going to bend over and pick them up in a second. But the crossing card is the Two of Wands. Yeah, they get to that stage. They get to, I'm going to go do it. They set the intention. I'm going to go, but then they get to thinking. right? Then they get to thinking. Okay, so that's the Two of Wands. I'm going to pick up the 2 that flew out, fell on the floor. 3. Whoops. There's 3 that fell out, and they're reversed. So I'm going to pull them right now. I have them right here. And I'm going to pull them in order. 10 of Swords reversed. 9 of Pentacles reversed. And the Hangman reversed. We're going to reach a stage here where they're going to do it, then they're not going to do it. The universe tried to say they're missing the point. As they get in the Two of Wands kind of stage, the planning stage, if you will, set the intention stage to have this conversation with you or approach you if it's a new soulmate, they're focused on the wrong thing. I don't say anything, you know, or joke about anything that's not in the energy in these readings. And I told you earlier, I said, for people sometimes that need to quit a bad habit, you focus on how you're going to feel afterward. You keep your eye on the prize. And that's the way you do it. You don't focus on the withdrawal symptoms that you're in the moment as you're quitting something like that. This person is focusing on the withdrawal symptoms. They're not taking the long view of what's going to happen here. I think at some point the pressure builds enough that they come out of the Hangman. Okay? But while they're in the planning stage, yeah, the story starts out great. The conversation starts out great. All right? And then it goes wrong, and you know, all that. They're focused on the wrong thing. Okay, so what's going on with this Strength card here? Now, the good news is the 2 cards I'm going to pull on top. One is red with a Tower, the other's red with the Death card. That's encouraging. Okay? So, and this is Major Arcana in and of itself. So, again, we don't control Major Arcana. There's forces higher than them trying to make this conversation happen. All right, and the energy of December is pretty windy. It'll blow you around a bit if you're not, you know, you got to kind of flow with it, or you get yourself hurt. What's going on with the Strength card? What's the final on this? What's going to happen here? Which way the wind, every pun intended, likely to blow here? What are we doing? Again, it all boils down to the High Priestess. I got a flowy energy here. It's flowing in this particular case. They want to talk. They want to reveal some things they've been holding back. Okay. Why? What's on top? The Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to just pull the next card before I open my mouth. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Yeah, I'm right. Wind can blow out a match, can't it? Right? There's your Ace of Wands. That's where we started from another deck, from the Witches, in the card before the cut. The why the fuck are we here position had the little butterfly of transformation if this happens. Okay? What's happening here is essentially to them, and I told this to another sign in reference to them, but for you guys, this is how the incoming energy feels. The frustration energy is going to build. They're going to feel like they're spinning their wheels and things are going slow. And then, bam, all of a sudden they get pretty brave. Okay, this is a very methodical, reliable energy. There's no time to make a plan here. Somebody reaches a point where, well, if it goes bad, it goes bad. And they actually roll in, and we have that new beginning. But they have to reach the snapping point of the Strength card for that to happen. The Ace of Wands is red with the Death card. Universe says the same thing. If this it's been saying, if this conversation happens, it changes everything. And this card is tied to this card. This person here is just going to feel like doing nothing leaves them stuck in limbo. And they end up doing something. All right, but they're going to go around and round a bit throughout the month of December. I wouldn't sit by your phone on December 2nd, let me tell you that. We need to get the energy of the month whipping up a bit, okay? Let's go back to the Witches. Let's pull 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card and see what else the universe wants to tell you. What else you want to tell these viewers here? What's the energy we've got for you? What do we got here? What else you want to tell Capricorn? What else you want to tell them? Give me something. Give me something to work with here. What we got? Queen of Pentacles, the World, 6 of Pentacles, and there's the Knight of Swords come back. You don't have to do anything. It's a message for you. You just sit there. You just be you. Right? That's a common theme here. The DF side has grown a lot And most of my viewers are DFs, which is primarily the non-runner in this cycle. Just, you don't have to do anything. This message comes to you when the energy around this person reaches that snapping point. When they are, the energy itself will reach a point during the month where it will facilitate that snapping point, that frustration building too much where it can't hold, where the Ace of Cups can't hold anymore and it starts spilling out, okay? All you got to do is sit there, somebody will show up and give. How much they give? Well, let's take the top card and throw it on top of that. Enough to change things. There's a Tower, okay? Enough to change things. And I think I will say for you, I will say the same thing that I said for another sign where to them everything felt like it was going slow. To this person, everything feels like it's going slow. So for you, it might come at a point where, you know, maybe when you least expect it, it happens very quickly within this person. All right. So try to keep some faith and gratitude and all that in your energy, and throw a little dash of hope in there. There is some hope here. However much they give, it's enough to change everything. All right. It is. I've got change here and I've got change here. This crossing card. The energy itself will set up. The pins will set themselves up. It's like a bowling alley. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything here. You are the soul nurturing aspect for this person. You're their focus quite a bit in this month, although it comes in and out. Here's the in and out energy. They try to distract themselves a little bit. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, hey, at least it was honest. It's what the energy is. It is what it is. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Good luck.